Sustainable development through integrated services is said to mean coordinating economic, social, and environmental policies and actions to address interconnected challenges and maximize synergies rather than pursuing them in isolation. This integrated approach is considered essential for achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals by recognizing that issues like poverty, health, climate, and resource management are interdependent. Services like integrated urban transport, sustainable water management, and inclusive financial system exemplify this approach, aiming to create a resilient, inclusive, and equitable future for all. Joining us now to have a chat about all of that is Titilayo Adeniyi, who's the Executive Director, Capital Field Investment Group Limited. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you join us on the morning show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here.
Nice for having me too.
All right. Well, I mean, the hunger has just ended in New York, and I know that there will have been, a few, chit-chats about sustainable development, etc. But here in Nigeria, I know that it's been an ongoing thing. When we talk sustainable development and why things must not work in silos, and how we can harness, what sustainable development means against poverty, against hunger, to engender development. What really are we talking about, and how far have we gone talking about Nigeria in this advocacy that is very necessary, I believe, as you know? What are your thoughts?
Okay, so like you rightly said, the sustainable development, we cannot work in silos. So there has to be a collaboration, synergies between the government, the tech innovators, the financiers, in ensuring that there's a global, achieving a challenge and ensuring that this challenge are being met, and there's a good efficiency and cost saving in doing that as well. So I would say it's about collaboration. If you want to go far, you go together. So you need to collaborate. Yeah. And in Nigeria, we see a lot going on now. Even like the banking, the regular banking, usually with the loans and things like that. They are not doing the regular loans anymore. You see the banking sector, they are collaborating with the fintechs, giving ease of businesses. We see real estate also in that sector. There's real estate, eco-friendly companies are, synergizing with that, making eco-friendly houses, building projects.
I couldn't agree with you more. Sustainable development is so important, especially as it pertains to small and medium enterprises, which I want to speak about. How would you say we are able to marry the fact that SMEs require a lot of investment, especially because they're startups, and that investment oftentimes is not available. Not only is it not available, the training that is required to ensure that SMEs are positioned properly to be invested in also is unavailable. So how do you juxtapose that with sustainable development when these foundational issues still persist?
Okay, so for me, I would say that's why we have different aspects in the sector. For example, in the finance world, we have those that address those SME, like the microfinance banks, where they're able to address those challenges and meet with them in ensuring that those startups are able to get regular services and able to, ensure that their business keeps going on and meet up all the challenges that they're facing. So it's just advocacy for me, and at different level, there has to be an advocacy. And in doing this, we have to get at different level. There are different levels, and so that there can be the synergy to ensure that even the startups can get the necessary sign-on, efficient platform for them to be able to take on their business. And there are quite a lot going on in Nigeria as we speak.
Tell us more about the lot going on in relation to the synergies and collaborations that you spoke about. And I would like you to also inform us, enlighten us on the sort of role that companies like Capital Field Investment Group, your own, play in bridging the gap, between individuals, SMEs, and of course the government functionaries that are involved in the sort of collaborations that you talk about?
Okay, so for bridging the gap, there's a lot going on, like I said. So for us, what we do, what we have done, and that is still sustainable, is that in the ecosystem, there's a lot that we're doing to bridge all those. There's the finance, there's the energy, where we can have a common platform to address all that. And even the government, like you have said, we have some hands in the government, and the use of technology, knowing that technology is an enabler. So there's always, we have all that in place so that there's a synergy, even the insurance sector. So there's a synergy, there's a collaboration for efficiency and for inclusive.
That's so important, that synergy. So with regards to capital field, for people who are trying to understand how this synergy can now be translated to practical terms for their businesses, how does that work?
Perfect. In Capital Field has various subsidiaries, so there's a lot of things you can do. So I would say Capital Field is like a one-stop financial institution so it creates the avenue for you to, integrate into various aspects of your businesses. If you want to do even the real estate as well, like I mentioned, the insurance, the finance, the energy, on the same platform, you can access all the services with one platform. So that's also a synergy, and it's playing out very well at Capital Field.
Okay.
But how does it work when people complain about, or when people express hesitation at a time like this that, economically speaking, things might be a bit, tough? How do you, how do you see opportunities? As far as sustainable development is concerned, but this time around, not just companies and corporations, but to individuals. What are the, sort of telltale signs that you think can guide, individuals? You mentioned real estate, for example. At a time like this, is it the best time that people will want to go into construction and things like that?
Well, we can start from the day-to-day thing, day-to-day activity, which I would say, like she said earlier, SME, which is starting small businesses and ensuring that you're able to meet all the challenges and making sure that you have a collaborative effort with other players in the market. It's not as if you are going to play alone. You have to ensure that you are not in competition, rather you are collaborating. We are collaborating to ensure that you are giving good experience and you are ensuring that you are saving costs, adding value, and increasing the profitability.
Now, with regards to profitability, what factors would you say are driving the shift towards this integration, and why is this so important, especially for Africa's future?
Okay, so because in the rising, presently, according to the focus, said they're going to be 2.5 billion in 2050. So this growth comes with a lot of challenges, housing, healthcare, and so it is important that it has to be addressed and sustained. This collaborative effort and efficiency. So I would say that one will ensure that you are collaborating, you are having good synergies with other players, not playing, so that you are having a holistic approach in solving the problem to ensure that you can move forward.
How then will you say that institutions and businesses are adapting to the new realities that you have been talking about? How are they adapting?
Yeah, collaboration is the watchword. So a lot of institutions now, they're collaborating because, like I said earlier, you go together, you go far. Everybody wants productivity, everybody wants to reach out more. So you see people coming together. For example, you see even the payment platform. Give us a seamless payment platform for easy transaction of every daily businesses. These were not things that were done. These are collaborations. Like I mentioned, the banking sector, there wasn't something like that before, but now the fintechs are also, inclusive. So it makes it, elaborate, reach out, and then you can get more.
But there are people who might think that maybe or question the point of collaboration if it is more important than competition.
Can you take that? Why would that?
Will you say that collaboration is more important than competition in this context that you have painted?
Sure.
More important.
Collaboration is more important because you need collaboration to go far. You can't get it alone. You get more outreach. You address a lot of problems with collaboration, so you can't do it alone. So collaboration versus competition. No, this is not the era for competition. You have to collaborate. Even in different sectors, you need to collaborate. And this has to sustain that development.
Now, let's talk about integration transforming industries. Let's talk about real-life examples.
What's that?
Integration that's, just how examples of how integration is transforming industries. Can you give us examples of that?
I would say how integration is transforming industry. I mentioned the real estate, where the regular housing estate is just built. But now we have an eco company coming to partner with the real estate to develop an eco-friendly homes. This is a partnership.
What does that mean, eco-friendly homes?
Where you don't have to depend on energy. You have tech platforms. You understand? You have places, bank, like I mentioned earlier, where at the button of your phone, you can do everything, you can navigate, you can get your insurance. We also have telemedicine, where the healthcare is partnering with the technology services, where they can also give, medical advice via the technology platform.
Okay.
So these are also rich that they're coming up. These are things that were not, so common then, but these are the sustainable development that is coming up.
All righty. But then beyond business efficiency, what larger impact do you think integrated services have on the society at this time?
Beyond
efficiency, beyond business efficiency.
Okay, the business impacts relies on inclusivity,
yeah.
empowerment,
Okay.
because you're able to empower a lot. And, looking ahead, institutions should focus to maximize the impact. So the truth is that there's a lot that are benefits that are from this sustainable development.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, you've talked about maximizing impact, which I think we couldn't emphasize enough. Now, in terms of how, looking to maximize impact, how can we do this?
Maximize impact. By the time you're integrating the service, of course, you get broader reach. You get more, you save costs, and you can go far. So to me, that's maximizing the impact. The example I gave about the telemedicine, you can see before you can be in Abuja and then you are seeing your doctor in anywhere in the world. And now, so you are getting those impacts rather than before that you had to, I had to travel to maybe Lagos to see my doctor. You could do a telemedicine. So those impacts are there.
All right, before we let you go, what would be your thoughts on the areas to encourage, the areas to look out for, if we want the whole idea of sustainable development to take, firm roots in this part of the world?
The areas to look out for me, I would say, should look out for the financial space
sector,
so that the government, the financiers, the insurance, the real estate, the healthcare, and the energy sector, that's where I think we can look out for, where a lot of collaborations are going on, and should be going on right now, and it's still going on.
Fantastic. All right. Titi Lola Adeniyi.
Titi Layo.
Titilayo. Sorry. Titilayo Adeniyi. All right. You're the MD of Capital Field Investment?
No, Executive Director.
Executive Director. We want to thank you for joining us on the morning show
Thank you
today.
for having me.
Thank you indeed.